next time I go for a walk, I have to have someone with me.
He needs to be caught, but I don't know if it would change, it's not going to change how people feel.
Tonight, a community continues to live in fear as a killer appears to roam free. And now, little Nevaeh's mom is going out of her way to insist that she's not responsible. Some people think that that's odd. Why would she be making a point of that? At this juncture, we're back taking your calls. Phone lines lighting up. John, New Jersey, your question or thought, sir?
Yeah, hi, Jane. I love you and Nancy.
Thank you.
If this guy's charged with her murder, can the mother be charged, say, as an accomplice for allowing this sex pedophile into the, to date him? And she's nothing but a skank. She deserves what she gets, the mother.
All right. Well, Mark Eiglarsh, I'll let you take that one.
Well, I'm not going to touch the skank remark, but I will address the legality of whether she could be charged. Absolutely not as an accomplice unless there's more, unless she did something to assist him in the crime. Simply dating him doesn't do it. Child neglect is something being talked about. It's been my feeling that I don't think that's going to do it. I think there needs to be more, but it certainly was horrific judgment to do so.
Well, Curtis Sliwa, I'm not a parent myself, but I was kind of taken aback by the fact that they didn't have dental records. One of the reasons they're going to have to wait a long time before they ID the child is to get DNA, because she never had any dental x-rays, and according to published reports, this 5-year-old child had only been to the dentist once in her life.
Oh, yeah, and I would doubt that there was any kind of kit ever done on this young girl, which is available, as you know, in every walk-in mall around the country. But think also, this woman has become like lens lice. She doesn't know a camera or a microphone. Yeah, that she doesn't want to make love to.
I like that.
I mean, think of it. If you were in mourning for potentially your lost child because you're thinking the worst, would you be doing so many interviews and making yourself available to so many talk radio show jocks in the morning who are calling you up in ungodly hours? I don't think so, unless she's trying to spin.
Well, listen, the whole thing is, yes, she's shown bad judgment, but that is sort of across the board with her. It doesn't necessarily implicate her in any way, except that she has bad judgment as a human being.
You know, if the camera's outside your house and you're walking in, you'll answer the questions. But she seems to be going out of her way to make herself available. Doesn't seem like a woman who is in a position where she's mourning the loss of her child, and yet every other day it's a different spin.
She seems like a woman who puts herself first and has for years.
What?
In her slight defense, let me just say this, and only slight defense, she's not just the grieving mother. We're attacking her. Rightfully so, we're attacking her, and so she is feeling defensive. And so if she does make herself available and say, hey, lay off, I'm not the worst person in the world, I am innocent, I understand why she's doing it.
Yeah, and listen, for 30 years I've interviewed people, and I'm always shocked that people in situations of crisis are willing to talk. And of course I'm happy to do the interviews because I'm a reporter and that's my job. But I think sometimes it's a catharsis for them. It's a way for them to let off steam and feel like they're doing something, Brian Russell, when really their situation is helpless. There's nothing they can do. So I find that they feel like by talking to the media, at least they're doing something.
It can be. I think in those cases you tend to see statements more like, hey, everybody, don't do what I did. Don't make the mistake I made. Don't let your kids play outside. Go, like Curtis said, and have your kids, do the DNA missing child kit or whatever. When you hear the statements be more Casey Anthony-like and like this mother be self-focused about, I didn't do anything wrong, don't look at me, that just says to me that we're right when we look back at this woman's history from the home invasion up to now and say, look at the self-focus.
That just could be guilt over the fact that she made a bad decision by bringing these men into her life. Nancy, Ohio, your question or thought?
Hi, Jane. Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks for calling.
I was wondering, Jennifer Buchanan, they had said, had written a letter to George Kennedy, and they had found it in that hotel room or motel room. Have they disclosed what exactly was in that yet?
All right. Do we still have Associated Press reporter Jeff Karub?
That's right. There's been no official disclosure on the contents of that letter. And in fact, a lot of what was found in that hotel room hasn't been officially disclosed either.
Now, Jennifer Buchanan told the Detroit Free Press about the afternoon little Nevaeh went missing. Listen closely because this is fascinating. Jennifer says she and Nevaeh watched John and Kate plus 8 on the couch. At about 6:30 p.m., Nevaeh told her mom she was going upstairs to play at a friend's house. About 20 minutes later, the mom says a neighbor child came by and said, hey, Nevaeh is playing on her scooter on the street, kind of tattletaling. That's when Jennifer, the mom, says she got frantic and began searching around the apartment complex. Now, the mom is saying all this happened around 6:30 p.m., but the mother of Nevaeh's little friend, who lives one flight upstairs, says little Nevaeh was up there playing much earlier, and Jennifer, the mom, picked her up from their apartment at about 3:30 p.m. to go shopping. Now, Mark Eiglarsh, it's possible Nevaeh said she was going upstairs to play with that friend again, twice in the same day, and then just went outside instead. Does it all boil down to police getting confirmation from the child outside that she did indeed see Nevaeh playing on the street and ran in and tattletaled to Nevaeh's mom?
Listen, all we need, Jane, is one screw-up by the mom. I think they can break her. Assuming she's done anything wrong, and again, we don't know. But if there is some inconsistency there, you continue. She's not lawyered up. God bless it. I don't know why she hasn't. I always tell clients, I don't care how innocent you are, get me on board. But you get her down there, you find an inconsistency, and then you get her to cry.
We're going to stay on top of this. Thank you. Excellent panel. For more of the story, do not miss Nancy Grace tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. She will have an exclusive primetime interview with Nevaeh's distraught mother. Yes. And next on Issue